See if we get the right one. Yes, some new vlogs. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is some new vlogs. But before we get to that, let's play a little bit. All right. All right. So new vlogs and a new backing track, and I'll tell you about that here in just a little bit. So right now, let's go ahead and play and have some fun. All right. Now I'll give you a really quick lesson as well that I've been learning. I mentioned in the last video, which will be the last video. There's a method to this madness. I mentioned in the last one that Paul Gilbert. I was taking lessons with Paul Gilbert on the online rock guitar school that he has through Artist Works. And one of the things he told me, and I told him about, I mentioned about how tough it is to learn all the diagrams and everything on the fretboard. Pentatonics aren't so bad, but when you start incorporating all the other notes, it's a lot to take in. And he told me one of the most awesome things I had ever received advice from anybody. And this is Paul Gilbert, okay? This is a guy that can shred 100 miles an hour. He's awesome. If you don't know who that is, check him out, okay? But anyway, I'm going to go back to my comments or my chat just in case. Playing great, love the talking. Thanks so much, Chad. Appreciate that. Now, one of the things he told me was to stick with a scale shape that you are familiar with and just keep working at it. Then later on, you can incorporate the other shapes, but just stick with one that you're most familiar with and that you're best at playing. So let's work on that right now. Let me show you one of the go-to shapes that I use, 3 notes per string, when it comes to playing guitar. And right now, I've changed my preset. Let's do a different preset every time. And let's go to the key of, we're going to still be in G so that I can show you this pattern and everything. But now I've changed the preset to something that I created on my Digitech RP 355. And that is going to be one of the new videos that's coming out pretty soon. And I'll get to that in just a minute. Let me go ahead and type that in here so I don't forget that. Okay, so that's there. All right, so here's the pattern, okay? So this one is called Flawless because I love this tone. It's just like a perfect tone. I love the way it sounds. It's really thick, really nice. I don't really tend to use a lot of delay with this one because it just sounds so good by itself. See what effect I've got here. I think it's coarse. Anyway, so let's go back to this, and we're going to go to this pattern here, and basically this is a 3 note per string pattern. I'm going to be on the 3rd fret here. We're going to start with the 3rd, 5th, and 7th frets, okay? Now this is, like I said, the go-to 3 notes per string pattern here. We're going to do down, up, down. The next string is going to be the same exact shape. A string, 3, 5, 7. And the picking for that is 1, 2, 3. That's down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay? So the tricky part there is the upstroke. So you could just go up to that and then come back down. And then work in the rest of it. Okay, so that's pattern 1. The next pattern, you're going to shift up a fret. And by the way, that is 2 whole steps. Whole step, whole step, whole step, whole step. The next one is going to be starting on the 4th fret of the D string. We're going to have half step, which is 1 fret. So the whole steps are 2 frets apart. Half step is 1 fret, and then we're going to skip a fret and do another whole step. So for the next 2 strings, and the pattern is the same for all the strings. We have a set of 2 strings with this pattern, and then a set of 2 strings with this pattern, which is 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7. Once again, once we complete a set of 2 strings, our picking starts over. So now we're starting over again with a downstroke. Okay, so let me see if I can shift here and have it look a little better. Okay, so we have 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7. And then the next pattern is going to be, we shifted up a fret to the 3rd fret to the 4th fret. Now we're going to shift up to the 5th fret. And it's going to be 5, and that was a half whole. Now we're going to go to a whole half. So it's going to be 5, 7, 8. Once again, that's going to be on both string sets, the B and the E. So third fret, 2 whole steps. 4th fret, whole half step, whole step. And the 5th fret, starting at the 5th fret, going to be whole step, half step. And if you just learn those 3 patterns, then you've got the majority of every scale shape out there, because it's going to be a combination of this pattern, and or this pattern. Okay, so if you just learn this one scale shape, you've got these patterns that every major and minor scale is basically going to use in every mode of those. Now, once you get into harmonic minors, you're going to have some bigger stretches. You're going to have a whole, and then skip 2 frets, and then that's a whole plus a half. So, just for major scales, minor scales, and the modes of them, these 3 shapes will get you where you need to be. So basically, he told me to work on the scale shape I'm most familiar with, which is that one. And basically do everything I can think of. Okay, now that includes sequences. Now, I'm going to have to work on my alternate picking, so that's one thing I got to be disciplined about. Cool thing about this is it's free now, but later on I maybe like to subscribe to the Artist Works Paul Gilbert thing. So if I'm paying for it, I've got to discipline myself to do this. I've got to really gear down and do this stuff. So I don't know who's left viewing, but thanks so much for viewing. It says there's one person left. Thanks so much, and so hopefully this is still working out. Anyway, he told me to work on that, and that sequence is just simply 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, back down to the start, and then start all over with the full pattern. Then we start on this string. And then I just reversed it. Now I see the sound on the bottom here. It's only doing 2 or 3 bars, so it may sound kind of funny. Hopefully it won't. Let me go ahead and turn down the volume just a hair so that it might not, I think it's got an automatic adjusting sound thing. The last time I did this, it kind of adjusted the sound and it sounded weird. So hopefully this is coming through okay. And the important thing is, you can go up and down, but the scale sequences, like I just showed you, help vary things up a little bit so that you're not completely going up and down. It pays off later when you do these, big, huge shredder runs. When you're messing around, you can do a big, huge run like that, and there's hundreds of them. So basically, I'm sitting here and been working with this shape. And you always want to know where your root notes are so you can land there. And for G, that's the root note. That's the root note at the 5th fret D string. And at the 8th fret B string is your G and E. Now this works for any key. You can go from A. So we can go to the A string, or the A key of A, do the same thing. Okay, now that's another thing you can work on, and that is, picking sequences. So anything you can think of within that shape, work on it basically until that shape is cold and you've done everything you can think of. Then you move on to adding new 3-note per string shapes. So that's where I'm at right now in my playing. So let's play a little bit and then we can get right on into this topic. Now the other thing that's cool with that pattern is that G, the notes in the G major scale are the same as the notes in the E minor scale. G's relative minor is E minor, so I can play in the key of E and play that as well. Now focusing on the roots for the key of E. Okay, so once again, I'm thinking of everything I can to do in those patterns. Okay, so back to the topic, new vlogs. All right, so we got some new vlogs here happening. One thing is all about Christmas. All right, Christmas is coming up, and so hopefully I can get this one. It's going to be weird. I'm going to have to piece these and schedule these out of order. Because it's all going to be according to what these release dates are going to be. All right, so one is the Christmas things that I received, all the Christmas toys and presents, and you've already seen one of them, which is this strap. I didn't receive this for Christmas, but I received a gift card, one of the MasterCard, Visa card, whatever gift cards, and I bought this with it. I got some other cool stuff that I'll be talking about in that vlog, like a new terabyte drive or 3 terabyte drive that I purchased for a very awesome price of just $109, which usually they run 3 times as much for that much. But anyway, I got that. Got some other cool stuff that will be happening in the vlog for the desk. So I've got that happening. I'm trying to think of other things within that vlog. Let me check real quick as far as what's to be uploaded here. Stay with me here. Had another viewer just come on and drop off. I don't know what happened there. And hopefully the video is not going to... It's froze right now on my screen, so hopefully it's going to be fine on the very end of this. I'm just trying to access my... I'm on a Mac, so I'm trying to access my Finder and figure out what vlogs are happening. I know for sure one of them is the Christmas vlog as far as like what I got for Christmas. And... I think that's maybe pretty much it as far as the vlogs go. And if you're still watching, thanks so much for watching, whoever the viewer is. I don't know if it's the same viewer or if another viewer tagged along, the other one dropped off. I don't know. But as far as vlogs, yeah, it looks like I got the new desk vlog. I've got a before the new desk came in shot, and it's going to be the vlog continuing on that is going to be after. So that's coming up. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the vlogs, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to take and move these other things over to the vlog, I mean. Okay, so that's basically the vlogs that's coming up as Christmas vlogs happening. The other thing is some new videos that are coming out very soon. The most recent video that I just released is one about power chords. And the two power chords that you must absolutely learn, I mean, they are essential, okay? And that you'll be surprised at the ones that I picked. They're not, you know, regular power chords like you would think. So you definitely need to check that out if you haven't already. By now, there might have been more videos released, I'm not sure. But it is coming up, and it may be already in effect right now by the time you watch this video, those of you that aren't watching now, that I've got some videos coming out on the Digitech RP355. And I wanted to do that for the longest. I did an unboxing video when I first got the pedal like 2 or 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago now. But I wasn't satisfied with it. The quality wasn't good. I mean, it was on my older camera. Didn't like it too much. So, by the way, if you're wondering, I'm using a Logitech C270 HD webcam that one of my students sent me actually a year ago. And Alka, if you're watching, thanks so much for that once again. Shout out to you there. Let me check the comments real quick. Okay, nobody said anything new. This is the event page that I'm looking at. I've got the chat window open if anybody wants to chat or play a comment or anything like that. So basically, the videos are going to be coming out for the RP355. I wanted to do that for so long and just never got around to it. I wanted to, but I don't know. It seemed pointless. And now that I've been using it more and more, especially with this guitar, once again, this is the Ibanez RG4EX1. Awesome, amazing guitar. Love it. I'm in love with this guitar. It's just been so amazing. So easy to play. That thin neck. I haven't played my Strat, honestly, I don't think, since I bought this in October of 2013. So, poor Strat, he's over there in the corner crying. But anyway, I'll get back to it. But I did some videos, finally did some new videos on the presets of the pedal. Now, these are factory presets. I haven't done any on my personal presets or anything like that. You can download patches and stuff like that. But there's like 3 videos on the presets of this, and they're pretty lengthy. But that way you'll get an all-inclusive, see what they sound like, see what I think about them. Those are coming out pretty soon. Videos as far as, you know, other things that are coming out. One's going to be released very soon if it's not already released. In fact, it's going to be next week, and that's going to be a video on multi-effects versus stomp boxes. Okay. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to go over the pros and cons of using multi-effects like the Digitech RP355 versus using individual stomp boxes like the MXR Prime Distortion, an Ibanez Tube Screamer, and a wah-wah pedal like my 535 Dunlop 535Q wah. And I'll go over that. That's coming out pretty soon. Other new videos I've got some private lesson videos. We'll get back into Bluegrass stuff pretty soon. I've got some private lesson videos that I've recently taken. They've allowed me to share with the public, and I haven't released those yet, so that I can space things out and give myself a little leeway. That's how I do it. So one of these days, I may just have to do that. Let's see. Screencast. I'll write these ideas down as they come so I don't lose them. You run your YouTube channel Okay. Little side note there. I'll have to do a screencast sometime about how I do my channel and everything. Maybe you guys may be interested in that. Might help some people, you know, who are potential YouTube viewers as well. So the Digitech, those videos are coming out, and the private lesson videos are coming out soon. Well, I don't know how soon, but they're coming out. I guess I'll probably post this video first, as far as release-wise, as an update video, so that people can know what's going on. And once again, if you're watching this now and you haven't watched the others, depending on what order they're going to be released, I go over my goals and when this Bluegrass guitar course is going to be happening, you know, and my focus on that. So stay tuned for that if you're not seeing it yet. Basically, that's it for the videos. There is another video that's coming out as soon as I can get it done. It's kind of on the back burner right now, but I'm working towards getting it done. It's a big project for me anyway. And that is a backing track that I've got coming out. And I'll just go ahead and tell you the name of it. It's called Batitude. All right, so I had, and there's going to be some lessons following that, and I'm going to get into that in just a minute as far as my lessons going on, just in a little bit. There's going to be some lessons following the backing track on how I played some of these awesome licks. And basically, I had this little riff in my head, and I had it specifically. It was on a guitar setting that I labeled. I created a setting on here based on one of the presets on the Digitech, and it's called Down Low. Basically, it's an octaver. Now you can tell that's got an octave to it. There's an extra octave to that. Okay, so basically I created a preset with that, and this riff was in my head. I'm not going to do it now because it'll be released later. But I had to record something about this. I mean, it was a funky, you know, nice little. I mean, it really stuck in my head, and I think it's going to stick in yours as well. The backing track. I just wanted to do another backing track video. I've not done one in forever. The last one I did was it's called Sailing, for the Prime Distortion Pedal demo. And this backing track is basically going to be a demo for the RP355, okay? And so the backing track itself has this riff, and I can't wait to finally get it done because the music's all recorded. I've just got to go back and try to mix it as best as I can. And the thing is, I can't wait to get it exported into MP3 because I want to listen to it. It's a song that I can't get on my head, so why not just create the song, export as MP3, put it on my MP3 player, and now I can listen to it. You know, so it's amazing what you can do nowadays with technology. Even as you know, not much that you have to do this stuff. So I use GarageBand for the backing track, and now that I've completely converted over to Macs. By the way, one of the awesome things that my wife got for Christmas was a MacBook Pro. She loves that thing. It's now we're Mac users completely. Forget Windows. It's just too much hassle. I actually went over that in a vlog previously. You have to check out. But anyway, that's called Batitude, and that's coming out as soon as I can get it out. Like I said, the song's done. Now I've got to go back and splice all the videos together of the actual music video for the thing. So that's coming up soon. So that's the end of this section. Stay tuned. Let me go ahead and put my outro out for the first time and be professional. That's the end of this section. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and since I didn't have enough room, also share. All right, share with people. Share this channel, share this video with people. Enjoy all this content, all right, that's coming your way. So that's it for now.